And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 149 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I am your host, Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers.
And we will happily chug them.
We sure will.
You'll chug them.
I will. And HansonsOnHiatus.com. You can visit the merch shop. We got tons of different items there with different designs. We got Hansons on Hiatus stuff. We got pug stuff. We have holiday stuff. All kinds of
stuff. Valentine's is coming up. There's Valentine's designs there. Check them out.
Yeah.
Order now. Don't waste.
Yeah. And I was talking to somebody this past weekend, and they actually said they hadn't ordered because they thought it was shipping from Mexico, and they were worried about it getting lost.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, no, this is shipped from the U.S. Actually, we can't even order it here because they don't ship to Mexico.
For some reason.
So yeah, if you want to get a hat, a coffee mug, a shirt, whatever, they are all shipped from the U.S. and they usually takes like a week or two at the most, right?
I think less than
I mean, it's about a week.
Yeah, about a week.
Maybe,
they gotta,
maybe even less.
They got to print them and whatever. I think we got our last stuff like 4 or 5 days. Yeah. So it's coming from the good old U.S. of A.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And also, you can become at HansonsOnHiatus.com. You can become a monthly fucky supporter. You can be a little fucky for $1 a month. You can be a medium fucky for $5 a month, or you can be a big old fucky for $10 a month.
And we love all of our fuckies, paid and free.
That is true. And I want to thank some of our paid fuckies. I want to thank Doug Thompson, Justin H., Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Thor, who else? Brian P., Antonio, Chrissy, Christina, Stephanie, Kimberly, Tom, Miss Nikki D., Melissa, Eric, Lindsay, Jasmine, Jorge, Stephanie, Andrea, Brittany, Jackson, and Jared. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put them in alphabetical order.
Oh, gosh. I don't even know if I can do that. That'd be a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we did want to thank Vanessa, who got us 5 virtual beers this weekend. I saw her at the Daily Dose Show podcast.
Yes, I saw your photos.
Yeah, so she sent us 5 beers and she said, "So great to see you, Nate. Oaxaca Chaca is amazeballs. Cheers, fuckers."
Cheers, fucker. Thanks, Vanessa. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we always appreciate you.
Yeah, she's a big stout person as well. Ooh. And the Oaxaca Chaca was the one at New Realm that I chugged last Friday. And it was 10%, I believe.
Wow.
But
did I ever have that one, or that's a new?
No,
one?
They had it. I just don't think
okay.
we drank it when we were there. The last few
Sounds
times.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, but
Drink
it's
one for me, Vanessa.
Named after the state of Oaxaca here in Mexico, and Chaca chocolate. So it's a Oaxacan chocolate, maybe. I don't know.
We have yet to go to Oaxaca, but it's on our list.
Yes,
it's on our travel to Mexico.
It had a little spice in it too.
Oh, very nice. Little kick.
A little kick. And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We be there.
We be everywhere.
We are everywhere.
Yes. All right, well, let's get to, we got one comment from last episode. If you want to read it, Lex.
Sure. I already know who this is, right?
Yeah.
6 p.m. is too early. I knew we wouldn't make it that long. I think 8:30 is a good time to start, and that's from Jen. I think, and this was a reference to the New Year's Eve party we had here. Our friends Jeff and Jen were down from Hamilton, Canada.
Yeah.
And Jen, I think you would have pulled it out. I think you could have made it all night. It was Jeff that got a little tipsy and a little tired.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not, yeah, we talked about it being too early or not, but it's not like you're asleep at 6 p.m. Like if we weren't at the party, you'd be somewhere else, you know?
I think because we started drinking.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Probably we hit like CMC to get a stronger beer. Then we went to beer club and had another stronger beer. Then we started. So yeah, maybe we just start with water.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like 8:30 might be a little too late.
Yeah.
Just to get it, because like when you have a party, it takes a while for people to get there and start,
especially
eating
here
and mingling and stuff.
In true Mexico fashion, everyone's always late. Everyone has something to do or something last minute. So we've always said every year we kind of do plan it a little bit later, but then we run out of time. It's like everything's a rush. We didn't get the food out in time, or we're here and they're there and people are trying to hurry over, and then it's midnight before you know it. So you were trying to be, pre-plan.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, maybe I would say like maybe 7:30.
Yeah, maybe we meet in the middle there.
Yeah, a little bit, it still gives people to start ramping up, and then maybe people show up late and everything. Because like when we started at 6, there was only like 8 people there
Yeah,
at that point.
we were
It
like,
didn't really
"Hey."
get going until like, an hour or two later. So,
And then a
yeah.
bunch of our friends showed up 30 minutes before midnight. We're like, we made it.
Yeah,
So,
true.
whatever.
Not even that, maybe like 10 minutes before
Yeah,
midnight. It was
true.
close. Yeah,
They-
Zach and Nancy them rushed over, so that was awesome to
They
see
made it.
have them all over there.
That was-
But anyway, so gonna recap my trip to Atlanta this past weekend a little bit.
Eventful? Not eventful?
Pretty eventful.
Oh, okay. You seemed a little tired.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anyone hold me back.
I told you. I was like, be good.
Yeah, and by hold me back, I mean making sure I don't get in trouble.
Yes. I alerted all our girlfriends to watch Nate. Make sure he's okay.
Well, this will be a little bit different because usually our stories, you're there. So,
Yeah.
so if you got any questions, ask away.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. I haven't heard them all.
Yeah. So, so took the bus up to the airport, to Cancun. That's where I fly out of. And I gotta love the Cancun airport. So I'm walking around because, our friends that we stayed with, I always like to bring them and their kids like a little something.
Yeah, of
you know?
course. It's nice.
And so I didn't have time, I was rushing around beforehand. So I didn't have time. So I was like, I'll just grab something at the airport because they got little gift shops and stuff there.
Yeah.
So I'm walking, like I got there maybe 2 hours ahead of time. I walked the entire time, like up
Oh
and
my
down the
God.
terminal because I was like trying to compare prices and stuff because it's like the airport.
Getting your steps in.
Yeah. And I took a little detour and did a tequila tasting. You don't
Oh.
normally get to do that at an airport.
Of
So-
course. It's
so,
in Mexico.
So I had
airport.
like 3 shots of tequila, like, getting ready because
Very nice.
they had mezcal and, different
Where
tequilas.
you're like, I've never had this tequila
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I played dumb tourist. And he's like, are you looking for a mezcal or a tequila? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever.
I might need to try them all.
Yeah. But so yeah, I did a tequila tasting at the airport, and then I'm walking around looking for a gift, and I remember like we always try to bring somebody something when we come back,
For sure.
and there is a skill I realized of getting a gift at the airport for somebody
Okay.
because you want it to be not personalized, but like something that they would enjoy, that they would actually use, but also kind of unique enough to like not look like you got it at the airport.
Exactly.
Now you're not getting like a
I brought you these Delta peanuts.
yeah, that or
something.
just like a gift shop where it's clearly from, it's like some crappy t-shirt and it
Yeah.
says, I went to Cancun or something,
Hate those.
So I'm looking around trying to find out, the right things and everything. But yeah, I realized that there's a skill, and our friends love coffee, so I always get coffee. So I don't feel like that's too guilty, because don't you feel kind of weird if you get something from the airport for somebody like are either they actually think this, or you feel like they think like, oh, I wasn't important enough to think about until you got to the airport,
Yeah, well, I mean, in our defense, we know what's at the airport. We know what's here. We know the similar things. I know the couple of things you were looking for. I was like, they have those at the airport. Just wait till you get there, and they're probably the same price. It's not that expensive there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were pre-planning in your mind. We just ran out of time. So then the airport, there you go.
Yeah, but it has to represent the location and stuff too. But also it has to make sense, like our friends, I could have got them an ashtray, like a Mayan, calendar looking ashtray kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to me, that's like, you got that at the airport. You know what I mean?
They're everywhere around here too, and nothing says I love you like a good old ashtray.
Yeah, true. But I just feel like that's such an airport gift, like, so I was like, nah, I'm going to get something else. So yeah, I got them some good coffee because, Mexico has great coffee.
Oh yeah.
And there's all different ones. I got them one with like some chocolate, like cacao in it. So
Ooh.
I hope
And
it was
that
good.
is the gift that keeps on giving.
That's true. Oh, and they have a Miniso at the Cancun airport in Terminal 4.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
so I got some candy there.
Very cool.
That wasn't like, jacked up price candy. So
I love Miniso.
yeah. So what else did I realize? Okay, so I was flying Frontier, and
Oof.
this is pretty funny because like it was a direct flight to Atlanta, $145 round trip.
Crazy.
Yeah. A carry-on and or a checked luggage is $80 each way. So if I would have brought a carry-on or checked luggage, I would have paid more than my ticket.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
So so it worked out good, and I'm trying to like measure it, and I have my backpack, but they say backpacks aren't even carry-ons anymore. So I measured it, and the measurements were just right for the backpack, but outside of like having anything in it. So if I had stuff in the backpack, then it's like going to be wider than the dimensions. So I realized I have this backpack cooler that I bring to the beach and stuff here. And the cooler is like very like rectangle shaped.
Yeah, a little more structured than the kind of your backpack is like what every man carries his laptop in. It's like a business backpack.
Yeah.
So I'm
But,
shocked.
but it's Frontier. They want you to buy, you know, an $80 whatever. So,
Frontier.
so I bring my cooler backpack. It worked out great because I was only gone for the weekend. I just had a couple outfits of clothes. I wore my heavier clothes. I know a lot of people at the party that I'll get to later were like, "Is Nate wearing fucking shoes?" And it was like, yeah, well, it was like when I left, it was 25 degrees out, so it was fucking cold.
Never seen Nate with shoes.
I did bring a pair of sandals, but I don't know. I just felt like weird wearing sandals and jeans and stuff, even though I normally would do that. I don't know. I'm just not used to wearing jeans.
I thought you brought him just to putt around our friend's house.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to wear my shoes all the time.
But when I'm getting on the flight, there's this girl in front of me, and she looks like a hunchback or something. And I'm like, what the hell is she doing? And then I realize she has a carry-on bag underneath a blanket, and she's
oh my god,
has it over her
a cape.
Yeah, exactly, like a cape. Yeah.
And the Frontier people were like, "Ma'am, you got a big hump on your butt.
Yeah.
What's going on?"
And like getting on the plane and then sitting down, I knew I was going to Atlanta because when the stewardess, or what do they call them now? Flight attendants. Yeah. Is that derogatory? You're not
flight
supposed
attendant is men or women. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can say steward or stewardess. Is that not is that frowned upon now?
They don't say that. Like waitress, waiter, you just say server now. I think you don't say it.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, as long as if you're not supposed to say it, let me know. I won't say anymore. Yeah. But anyway, so the flight attendant comes on the speaker and tells everybody that it's against their policy or their rules to not play your music or videos without headphones.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
And I was like, only Atlanta, only the Atlanta flight. I've never heard that on any other flight, but that's what they say on MARTA, which is, if you're not familiar with Atlanta, that's the public transit train. That's what they say on there because people will just be blaring their music.
They still do it.
Yeah.
I think they need that notice on every plane.
Yeah.
Because I see kids and, usually it's like the boomers and up that don't use the headphones. I'm like, put your headphones in, Grandma.
Yeah. Well, it's that and then people on the train for some reason and on the bus here in Mexico. So maybe it's just like a public transit thing that people are like, yeah, I don't need fucking headphones. I want everybody else to listen to my YouTube video.
I've always said this, I'm going to buy a bag of the cheap headphones and just hand them out. Here you go. You might need these.
Yeah.
And they're gonna look
are
at
you
me
iPhone or Android? What do you need?
Yeah,
okay, USB-C? Okay.
I got it in my fanny pack here. Hook you up.
Yeah. But little hack on Frontier. First of all, they don't give you anything.
Of course.
They don't give you water.
Cheers.
Everything's for sale. So I brought some stuff for myself. Well, I brought a water for myself. I didn't bring any food. I didn't think about it ahead of time.
No snackies.
Yeah, no snackies. So I'm looking at the what you can purchase and everything, and it's airplane prices, not too expensive actually for Frontier. I was surprised. But little life hack for y'all. Frontier, they have bottomless tea, coffee, and hot chocolate.
Oh,
what's the hot chocolate? Swiss something? Swiss?
Oh yeah, Swiss Miss.
Is it Swiss Miss?
Maybe.
Yeah, sounds right. I don't know. Swiss something.
Swiss.
But it is $4 for unlimited hot chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had 7 hot chocolates.
Oh my god.
I get my money's worth, baby. Woo!
7?
Yeah.
Did you poop your pants?
No, not on the plane.
That's a lot of hot chocolate. Were you cold? You're like, ooh, it feels nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't even that hot either, but I didn't care. I just wanted some kind of liquid. But for $4, I'd get 1 water.
Can you switch up? Can I say, oh, now I want a hot chocolate. Now I want a water. Now I want a soda.
No, the mix and match is $5, Alexis.
Okay, damn it. Because I'm like, now I've had too many hot chocolates. I need water.
Yeah. So I land and then I take the excruciating journey from the international terminal to MARTA in Atlanta because you can't just walk over there. You have to wait in line and get on the fucking tram bus that I swear takes you to Alabama before it gets to the domestic terminal.
It does. You're like, where are we going? You're seeing the whole city. You're wrap around the whole airport.
Yeah, I don't know why it takes so long, but
still.
Still. So then I get there or to the domestic side. I get on the MARTA train and riding up, and there's it's MARTA. We all know how it is.
Smells like weed.
Yeah, it smells like weed and shame.
Yeah, weed and stinky.
But there's this guy with all these boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh shit!
And he's selling boxes $2 Krispy Kreme.
$2.
He's selling a box for $2. So
did he steal them? Because I don't even think they cost $2.
That's what I was gonna say. I think so. But then I was talking to my buddy Steve, and he said that there's some deal right now where you can pay like, what is it, like $1, and you get an extra box. It's like a BOGO. So I was like, does this guy just stand outside of Krispy Kreme and like, hey, you buying a box? Can I throw you $1 and you give me one and then I make $1?
Maybe that's smart.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I should have bought some. Like, had a fucking dozen donuts for $2. And then what else did I see? Oh, have you ever seen those Waymo cars?
Oh yeah,
like the driverless cars. You know, they have them in Atlanta now.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I saw those driving around, and I've never taken them. I'm not really sure how they work. I assume you have to download the app, and it's similar to Uber. But do you tip your Waymo driver?
There's no driver though, right?
Yeah, that's what.
So who am I tipping?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I haven't even downloaded the app, so I don't even know if that's an option. Oh. But if there was, do you?
I'd say no. No,
yeah.
There's no person. It's probably built in already. You know, an extra fee or something. Not maybe. I mean, you don't. It's not like he's tired from driving. He's got to recharge or something. But no, I'd say no.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't either. But you know, there's a lot of things you tip for that you probably shouldn't, like carry out food sometimes or whatever. You know, it's like it's weird. So. Okay, good to know. I've never. I got to take it next time. I got to try it.
Those kind of scare me. I saw a video with some girls getting in one of the kind of van ones, and I don't know. That seems a little sketch, especially in Atlanta driving.
It looks cool though. Well, probably better than some of these Lyft and Uber drivers.
True,
I don't know.
true.
Yeah. Other thing I noticed there at the Atlanta airport, the plane train. Remember the girl's voice, and we actually on the radio show in Atlanta we interviewed the girl whose voice it was.
That's right.
Yeah.
She sounds like Alexa or something.
Yeah, she does. Very really good. She's listening.
She's listening.
But it's a new voice. It's not that lady anymore.
Oh,
it's a guy. It's some dude, and he sounds goofy.
Oh.
So I don't know. Maybe
you say the same rigmarole.
Kinda, but he just said it a little bit different cadence or whatever. But like,
weird.
I missed the old one. Well, welcome aboard the plane train.
Yeah,
you know, she was very soothing and stuff. But like, how do you lose that job? Like, whose decision was it? They were like, you know what, we really need to update the airport. Nah, not the way to get from international to domestic. No, let's update the voice.
Yeah, we don't. It's 2026. Let's get a man back in here talking to everybody.
You're right.
Oh, man. Poor lady.
Yeah. So then Friday I went to do my beer chug at New Realm, the Oaxaca Chaca that Vanessa was talking about, and on the way had to stop and get a beef and cheddar.
Of course, of course. I was waiting to see what you would eat first. I was waiting to get like a picture with a pizza with hot dogs on it or something. Always something weird. Chicken.
I just wanted something quick while I was driving down there, and I was like, "Oh, this will be easy. I'll just get a sandwich or whatever." My friend Steve was, nice enough to let me use his car while we were there, or while I was there. And so I stopped in one of those, went to New Realm, did my chug out on the rooftop patio. Then I decided to go over to Sweetwater to edit it because I had 2 of those little tokens for free beers.
Oh, yeah. Those are old. They still took them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no expiration date, baby.
There isn't.
So, and this was the day of the Peach Bowl, Indiana and Oregon. So I'm sitting there at the bar, and luckily I wore like a zip-up red hoodie because the entire bar was Indiana fans, and they're chanting and cheering and everything, and then these 2 Oregon fans roll in and they're all like boo, just booing him. It was pretty funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I guess how the game ended up, rightly so, because they murdered them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So then on the way home, I'm driving back, and I'm like, I was driving by Pontoon. And so I was like, I'm going to swing in, just go in and have a beer or two, see what they got on tap. So I go in, and they had some like THC seltzers. They had some good IPAs and stuff. So I hung out there for a little bit. And and the THC seltzers, they have like, they have the fizzy lifting ones that are kind of like soda. Then they have these Liberty ones, and it's like THC and CBD and caffeine.
Oh,
and I'm like,
caffeine.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I got a couple of them, but I don't know. I don't do well with caffeine, so I gave it to my friends. But they said they were really good. There's like a lemonade one, super good. And then they have this other one that has a dog on it, and it's Fred Chalixer, and it was like I think it was like a peach blueberry. It was really fucking good. Okay. So yeah, try those at Pontoon because they were like. They weren't like super, some THC seltzers or sodas are kind of sweet or whatever, but this one was like a seltzer with like that, almost that LaCroix type of flavor where it's just like a hint of the flavor and it's not overpowering.
I tell you what, Pontoon always nails it. No matter what they're like, oh, let's try this, oh, let's try that. always nail it. It's always good. I've never had one bad beer there. I know some breweries we've been to and we're like, it's okay. That's
Yeah, you're right.
Pontoon, I could probably drink anything there, like your favorite album. I could listen to it a million times. Pontoon, I know I can always go there and drink whatever they got.
Yeah, you're right. Like there isn't one that I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
No, they're always like they hit every single one.
Yeah, so so I messaged my buddy Sean who owns Pontoon, and I was like, hey man, I'm at the brewery, by chance. Like I didn't even let him know I was coming in town. I was like, do you happen to be here? Because
he's always busy.
Yeah, he's always doing something. And he actually was. He was in the office, so went and chatted with him. And he was telling me about their seltzers. And he took me in the back and showed me. He's like, we're the only brewery in the country doing these like nanoparticles, or maybe other breweries do or places do, but these are like the smallest particles. So like the THC stuff. And his brother lives in Colorado and invented this machine. Like he made this machine. It's just like this box space age
brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like he invented this thing. And so they have these, like the nanoparticles are smaller than any other place in the country. And I guess the smaller the particles, the quicker acting it is, and then also the quicker it is to leave your body, which is good because he's doing them for other companies now. And I didn't even think about it, but how everybody is going from or the younger generations, less alcohol, more, THC stuff or hallucinogens or whatever they're doing now. But he said he can pitch this to restaurants now and say, look, we can sell you these THC seltzers. They can drink it. It'll be fast acting, so they're going to feel it fairly quickly. Yeah. And then it's going to wear off before they leave your restaurant. So you don't have to worry about somebody driving home drunk or high or whatever.
That's a really big sell.
And the other selling point is they can make it, obviously you would pick which one you want, but like they could make one that kind of gives you the munchies like weed would. So for the restaurant,
I don't need help with that.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
But for like the restaurant perspective, that's great. It's going to make them order more food because they're hungry, and then it's going to wear off before they leave, so it's safer.
Yeah.
So I was like, he started talking to me. He's like, alcohol obviously really isn't good for you. Like, we've all, we all know, like, anything you put in your body to alter your state of mind, like typically isn't great for you. But, but so he's like, this is like kind of the future right now, of the industry, I guess. And then he was telling me some other stuff. They got this honey, and I'd kind of heard of it, I think, but it's called Mad Honey. And I guess it's like from Nepal. And it's a hallucinogen, and they're the only ones that got it, and like they got it like straight from, I think it was from Nepal, and so like it's kind of like mushrooms a little bit, so I think they're going to be and then people are starting to use like lion's mane mushrooms and different things, microdosey kind of things that are supposed to be health beneficial and everything. So they're like really really cool stuff. And he showed me like the distillate for like the THC seltzers, and it was in this like jug, like maybe the size of a milk jug, and it was about half full. And I was like, so what would happen if I took a swig out of that? And he's like, you'd probably be high for like 5 years.
Oh my God, 5 years.
Yeah, because he said, I couldn't remember how much, but it was like this much is like of like a little canister or whatever is how much they put in one of those big tanks of CH.
So it's like super concentrated.
Yeah, so it's real concentrated. So yeah, you don't want to do that.
No touchy.
Yeah. Oh, and then another thing I saw there, they have, sorry guys, I'm stealing your idea, but they have a long sleeve sweatshirt there that says Chug Dealer.
Love it.
Because they used to have the Pug Dealer one. I bought a Pug Dealer shirt from them. But Chug Dealer is awesome. So I think maybe we can put that up on the store.
Yeah.
You think we can get it up before, while this episode is there?
It's up. It's already up.
Okay, it's up.
Yeah,
all right. Well,
there.
Hansons on, boom.
Yes.
Hansons on Hiatus.com. Go to the merch shop and you can get a Chug Dealer. You can put it on anything that we have available. Hat,
fanny packs,
tank top.
We have socks now.
Chug Dealer socks. Yeah. So yeah, go check that out. But really cool. Maybe we can have Sean from Pontoon on sometime just to talk about this, because
that would be great.
I probably didn't even tell everything, like all the details that he was telling me, because it was just super fascinating.
It sounds really cool. It sounds like very forward because I'm sure that as a brewery owner and you're seeing these next generations come and not drink as much, you're trying to think of different ways to keep your business going and make different kinds of, money. And that sounds very, very obtainable.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. Congrats, Sean. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
We support it.
Yes. But then later I go over to our friend Patrick and Lindsay's house because we're going to watch the Bears game.
Oh, yeah.
So we go over there
Big Bears
and they have a smorgasbord of goodies.
Ooh.
Like we're drinking whiskey, craft beers, what else? Malort.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. It was,
so you went down.
yeah. Well, they're from Chicago, so
Sure,
you know it's a staple. And then what? Oh, and then THC seltzers. You know, I brought some from Pontoon, and just oh man, they were so good. So we're trying one on because we're watching the Bears. So you know you never know how it's gonna go. And they end up winning against the Packers, and we're losing it.
Yeah,
we're like jumping up and down and hugging and everything. It was crazy. So that I hung out a little bit later after the game, and then I'm like, oh shit, it's 1:30. I gotta get going, and I'm feeling pretty fucking good at this time. And so I call it an Uber, and it shows up in the dark. You know, the car is dark, and I get in and I open the door. And it's like I'm at an EDM festival in Tulum. Like the ceiling is a purple, like lightning storm, like a thunderstorm.
What the fuck?
It's like his whole ceiling is clouds, and there's like lightning, and there's like EDM music playing, and this guy's just fucking partying. So I get into this Uber, and I'm riding home, and I feel like I'm just kind of vibing to the music, feeling great and everything. And it reminds me of that viral meme with John Hamm, where he's like, ooh.
I said, come on, baby, turn the lights off.
Do you imagine driving around all week in your car like that?
I
All
wish
the
I
time?
could. I wish I could because it was awesome.
You look very relaxed, very having fun.
Yes, I did. It was a great time. But yeah, so then the next day, Saturday. Oh, I didn't even I haven't updated y'all about the World Cup fiasco.
Yes.
So
fiasco, yes.
So if you guys remember from the last couple episodes, I was talking about how they kind of canceled my. I got the info ahead of time that they were going to cancel my my interview to work at the World Cup in Atlanta. And so I messaged the people, like the customer support, before Christmas, December 22nd. Somebody got back to me and said, nope, you're still on for 9 a.m. on Friday, you know, good to go, da-da-da. And then they took like holiday break. So nobody was back into the offices until like
Of course.
the 6th. So January 6th, I messaged them again, and I was like, hey, like my thing is still just not showing up. I would love to just like change my appointment if I can, but I can't because the system's fucked up where it deleted my appointment, but it says I'm still registered or whatever. And so so I get an email back. Hey, happy to let you know that your interview for Friday at 10 a.m. is still on, and nothing to worry about. You're all good. And this was like I said, I think the 6th. And then I'm leaving. When did I leave? The 8th?
Yeah.
It was Thursday, the 8th.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm leaving on the 8th, and I'm walking out, like literally getting ready to walk out the door to go to the airport, to take the bus to the airport. And I get an email. Hey, sorry, your interview has been canceled. You know, here now you can reschedule or whatever. And I was like, motherfucker, like you could have just told me.
This is why I reached out
Yeah,
to you
exactly.
multiple times.
Yeah. So luckily I got it rescheduled for Saturday at like 1:30, which is actually probably better than having to wake up early. But I saw Tara from the Daily Dose, like she runs their Facebook group, and she's a huge Atlanta United supporter. But so I see her there because she's one of the interviewers and stuff, and so I say hi to her, and then we get like kind of in this group, and they ask everybody where they're from and how long they've been watching soccer and everything, and then they take us into this group room, and they show us this video, like kind of like a hype video for the World Cup.
Oh,
so
yeah, I saw your clip of it. It hyped me up just from seeing the clip.
Yeah, it was super cool. And then they take you over and you do individual like interviews. So like you get like one guy, and I had this guy, I think his name was John. And
John Hamm?
No, it could have been. They didn't have the same hair. But,
Okay.
So I get this guy, and super nice, and he's saying how, and he's in the same boat. He's like, just let you know, he's like, I'm not even in yet. Like I had to interview as well. And
like he's interviewing you?
yeah. Yeah, so like he's probably just getting paid to do this,
Yeah.
whatever. But like maybe it gives him a better chance of getting in.
What if he's like Nate Hansen? Nope,
No.
that's not gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. So I start talking to him, and he's from like the south side of Atlanta. He's telling me how he worked the '96 Olympics. He
Oh,
he volunteered
wow.
for that. So I was like,
That's
oh,
so
that's pretty
cool.
cool. And so I'm telling him my
Atlanta story.
yeah, well, yeah, not accomplishments, but like my resume basically.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I've worked the Super Bowl for the last 4 years. I've I was in radio, so I have experience with organizing events and booking interviews and just generally communicating with
Yeah.
people and stuff. So
Customer.
because there's a bunch of different categories that you can apply for, and so then I go, do you know Southside Steve by chance, or know of him? And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, I know who Southside Steve is. I was like, oh, he was our co-host for the show that I produced or whatever. And he's like, oh, no way. And this guy had a mullet,
Oh.
like business up front, way big old party in the back, like
God.
down to the mid waist. I mean, he looked like Jeff Foxworthy with a longer mullet,
Oh, my
but
God.
the nicest guy. So I was like, this guy has to know Steve.
Yeah,
So yeah, he was a really nice guy. He, asked me great questions and everything. They just kind of ask you about your experience. How would you be beneficial to the World Cup? How would your skills be beneficial?
Yeah.
And then kind of some of the obvious questions. If you're there just to meet the celebrity players or get into the games or whatever, and even if you are, you say no. Of
Yeah,
course,
you're like, I
know.
don't care either way. I just want to be part of it.
Yeah, but I didn't realize, like, I was pretty lucky to get an interview because he was saying, he's like, well, just to let you know, 1 million people applied for the entire tournament, across the whole 3 countries.
Yeah.
But 80,000 in Atlanta, and they only interviewed 8,000 people. So
wow, you're one of 8,000 people.
yeah, so 10%, only 10% of the 80,000, and then only 3,400 make it to be like volunteers or to work it or whatever. Yeah. So,
wow.
yeah, and this one is a volunteer thing. Like, it's not paid like the Super Bowl is, but it's like if I'm in Atlanta and I'm staying with a friend for free or whatever, then it's not a big deal to have to
They
make
don't
money.
even kick you a little bit. Did they
I know.
feed you? And
Well,
stuff
it's probably how they
maybe?
make so much fucking money if they have like
Yeah.
80,000 people applying to work for free.
That is a lot more people than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did he recognize you from the radio?
No,
When you were
I
talking
don't
about
know if he listened to the show. I didn't even ask him.
That was your opportunity. Like, yeah, what? Well, when you said that's the show I produced, he should have said what show.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, I did. No, I did say what show, but I didn't ask him if like he listened or anything because I hate being that guy, especially like. Most of the times when I don't say anything, they are listeners. But then when I do, then they don't know it and they don't know what I'm talking about. Then I just feel super lame. Like, I was on this show. No, I never say it
that
like that.
time
But
I
I'm like,
did.
I produced the show or whatever. Oh, I don't know. I don't really listen to the radio. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, so it went well. I'm waiting. They're supposed to let me know in before or like February, I think, is when they're doing offers. And I don't know if I have to come back again for training, so I might have to do that. But then the actual World Cup games in Atlanta are June 15th through July 15th. So I will be back there then. So maybe we can try to do some kind of event or something, whether it's just, kind of like what we did with Pontoon. When was that? September? Yeah, September. Or we just had like people come out, we just hang out and drink beers and stuff. So it's in the summer. Maybe we do like a shoot the hooch or something. I'm not with the station anymore because that was I always wanted to do like a tubing down the Chattahoochee River event.
Yeah.
But the legalities of having the radio station put it on, because if somebody gets too drunk and they drown in the 5 feet of water or whatever, then that's a lawsuit. So maybe since it'll just be me, I can just be like, hey, anybody want to come tube? Let's fucking meet here and we'll have a big old bash.
That would be great.
Yeah, so that would be super fun. But then on Sunday, did the Daily Dose podcast event for Crazy Mark's birthday.
Did you find out how old he is or how old he was?
He's
during
50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they were just fucking with him saying he's older.
57.5 is such a random number.
Yeah. But it went well. Like it went really well. It was such a cool event. So kudos to Brandon and Chuck from the Daily Dose podcast. They are on Spotify mainly, so check them out there. But when we went in, like, it was for me, Steve, Donna, maybe 2 other people. Yeah, when we were going in, they were like, oh, because we were hungry at this point. Like,
Yeah,
it was,
we're hungry.
yeah. So we were going in, and they're like, oh no, all the tables are full downstairs. And we're like, oh shit, okay. So we went up to the roof so we could eat and then come down. And that was a great plan because then we got some food in our stomachs before we went into the event. Had a couple beers up there, but it was just like super well organized. Like when I did run into Brandon, he came up to say hi, and so did Chuck, because they had some stuff for me to sign. I didn't even know I was signing shit. Like, so I signed some guitar.
Ooh.
I signed a water ski. Like I
Okay.
signed some like some birthday like posters and stuff like
Aw,
that.
so nice. Did you sign it Nate Hansen or did you do Nate?
Did you do Nate? And
Yeah,
they
of course.
actually wrote on there
Oh.
like my name, and then I had to sign it like above it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'd been a while since I signed anything, so I was like, "Wait, how do I do this again?"
Yeah,
You
we
know,
don't
it's
really
like trying
sign
to
this.
sign your full name. You know,
Yeah.
like my name obviously is Nate, but like Nathaniel is my full name,
Yeah.
and I only write that on like legal documents. So when I'm doing it, I'm like, "Wait, hang on, I
What-
haven't done cursive since '94."
What is my name?
Yeah, but super well organized. Like Brandon had this list, and it was like, okay, from this time to this time is when this band's on, and then we're gonna do this drawing, and they had all these drawings and raffles. Thanks to Jose from EP149 Superstore.
Yes.
Like it was just super well run.
Jose's
Like
the best.
yeah, he is.
The best.
So I saw Will Turpin.
Oh, yeah,
from
Collective
Collective Soul. Great to
Soul.
see him.
He's so nice.
Mad Dog Manny. I did a shot with him, and I don't know if he remembered me,
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe he was super drunk or something.
Maybe he was already tying one on.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like, I know you, but where do I know you from?
Yeah, or maybe he felt weird because I think he's still on other people's podcasts. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eh, it's fine.
And then Def August, hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
He looks all grown up.
I
Not
know.
that I know he's not that much younger
Yeah.
than us, but I haven't seen those.
he
guys
looks like a
in-
lumberjack or
Yeah,
something.
he's
Like
got
he should
nice-
be like on a paper roll or the Bounty paper towel thing. But man, it was so cool. It was. I really wish you were there. It was so cool to see all the the old diehards, and I don't know if Chuck and Brandon have names for their listeners. Some of them are mutual,
Yeah.
they're fuckies and,
Oh, yeah, true.
Chuck and Brandon's listeners as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dosers. I think he calls them dosers. Yeah.
Dosers.
So, but
Dosers.
dude, everybody that was there that listened to our podcast as well, thank you so much. It was so cool to see everybody. And I took so many pictures with people. And
Yeah, you had a lot of selfies.
people were giving me weed pens and joints and buying me shots and beers and stuff. So, I mean, I just can't thank you guys enough. It was so nice. It was really cool to see everybody. And I think they were excited to see me too, because,
Of
it's
course.
been a while other than the pontoon thing.
Yeah.
But it was just awesome. Everybody was so friendly. So thank you everyone that came up and said hi. And if you didn't, I was used to talk about this when we were on the radio here, is like people would always message me on Instagram and be like, hey, I saw you at Publix this weekend. And I was like, why didn't you say hi to me?
Yeah, like, I don't want to bother you.
Yeah, so yeah, it was nice that people did come up and say, dude, what's up?
Yeah. Always come up and say hi to, if you see either of us or Kay Monito or all three, always
Yeah.
come up and say hi. We'll
Yeah.
feel bad if we don't.
But yeah, it was great. It was just super humbling. Thank you guys so much. And anyone that listens to our podcast and is a fucky, thank you. It was great, really great to see you guys. Played beer pong with a 5-year-old. They were having a beer pong tournament in the other room, and they were like, Nate, we need somebody for beer pong. So I played with some of the guys, and then they left. And then me, and I think it's Chuck's niece.
Oh,
It's his
okay.
brother's little girl. And we were playing beer pong. It was just hilarious because I'm shooting into her cups, and she's also shooting into her cups. Like she's shooting,
Oh, my
it,
God.
and she was missing too. like the cup right,
Bam.
like it was going up, and then she would make it. And anytime I made it or she made it, she'd go,
Oh,
just
my
lose her
God.
mind. It was super funny. But yeah, congrats to Brandon and Chuck for a great event. Happy birthday, Mark.
Crazy Mark.
Yeah, all the bands were great. The Duncan Brothers band, they messaged me in there, or actually I talked to them there, and then they messaged me and they're like, we want to come down
Oh.
and play some gigs down there. Can you
Oh,
help us
yeah.
out? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know the owners of these bars, but I know the places that play the live music.
Yeah.
And I can at least give you their social medias where you can message them.
There's
But
like that one Facebook group, like playing in Playa. So
yeah,
we can
who's playing in
hook
Playa?
it up with there.
Yeah, that I actually sent them that
Okay.
link. But I'm gonna tell them which ones are like probably the better places that are nearby
Yeah.
us and stuff. Like if they're staying with us or nearby,
Yeah.
I don't want them to have to go like, I like the Admiral, but it's not close,
Right,
so.
right.
And then I don't know what you do. Like if you do something like that, first of all, can you legally do that? Like, I mean, it probably has to be kind of under the table because
Yeah.
you can't technically work in Mexico as a tourist.
True.
And maybe they don't want to. Maybe they just want to play and then get
Yeah.
people to know about their music. But I mean, I guess would they have to bring all their equipment down?
Yeah.
You know, like bring your guitars and your amp and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and how do you bring that shit in? Are they going to get dinged for,
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, my one friend, Chrissy, her friend just brought her guitar down. There's like a traveling thing. It's like one of your carry-on items. You don't check it or whatever. So, but electric guitars and amps and drums and all that may be a little difficult. Maybe they have travel sets.
Yeah, or maybe they do acoustic or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, crunchy hippies here with like a guitar. So I assume they flew in with it or something.
Of course.
Yeah, so, wanted to congratulate Tyler, who I think is friends with the Duncan Brothers band. He won the trip to Mexico.
Oh, great.
Compliments of
Congratulations.
Jose from Epon Superstore in Stockbridge, Georgia, eponatl.com. So he won the trip, and so he'll be coming down, I guess. I don't know who with, but yeah.
Great. Congratulations, Tyler.
Yeah,
Glad-
thank God. He seems very nice and super normal.
Oh,
so
good.
That's good. I mean, everybody there is.
Of course.
But I didn't know if there's going to be somebody from, that wasn't there for the party.
Yeah,
just
some pontoon guy.
Yeah, or just, some vagrant just walks in off the belt line and wins the trip to Mexico. So.
Exactly. Some serial killer.
Yeah,
Like, ooh.
yeah. But there's all these great prizes there. Like, from Jose, our friend Donna won a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, wow.
like
That's great.
what the fuck? Yeah.
They love video games,
Yeah,
so that's
for
great.
Sure. But no, overall, just a fantastic, long weekend type of trip, and had a lot of fun, a lot of good times. But then I had this other issue checking in for the flight
Oh, God.
to come back. So they asked me, like when you check in international flight, they got to verify your documents and stuff. So you got to scan your passport. And then it said, are you a resident of this country, of your destination country? Which I've never actually had them say that before, I don't think.
Huh.
But I think it's because, other airlines haven't done this to me in the past, but maybe it's because I flew from there to here and then I'm flying back there. So they're like,
We probably confused them. Like, don't you live here?
yeah, exactly. So then I was like, yes, I am. And then it says,
Yes, I am.
please scan your residency card. So I scanned my residency card front and back. It says, there is no expiration date. We cannot verify this. You're going to have to check in at the gate or at the, ticket counter or whatever.
Well, a residency card won't have it. Like a permanent resident won't have it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's a glitch in Frontier's system where,
Shocker.
with our temporary ones, it does have an expiration,
Right.
but permanent is fucking permanent. There's no expiration.
And I don't think they've ever asked us before to scan our IDs. It's usually just our passport, right?
Yeah. Well, it was only asking this because it was asking if I was a resident of the country that we were
Just say
going
no.
into. So
No.
I didn't want to if that was going to fuck up our,
Oh, true.
resident, like if they report that to the government and then they're,
Yeah.
kind of like the thing with the passport. If we go through the wrong line coming back into the country, can fuck
Yeah.
up our residency. So I couldn't check in. So I'm like, great, I'm going to get a shitty flight or a shitty seat because one of the downsides of flying solo like me is they always, if you don't pay for your seat, they put you in the middle,
Yeah.
because they can, which on the way here, on the way to Atlanta was awesome because it was like, I put me in like the 14th row. So I'm in these like wide seats, like I had like 4 or 5 inches on each side. So
Very nice.
usually I'm a bigger guy. So like I can't get my
Squished.
elbows in enough. So yeah. On the way back, girl did the same thing with the carry-on.
Wow.
Her and her mom, when we got in the gangway, they like take one of the bags out and then they take their blankets off and then they pull out all their stuff. Like they had like other bags in underneath their things. I was like, okay.
This is who's getting us in trouble and why we have to pay $80 for a little carry-on now.
Right.
Because of these fuckers.
So so when I'm at the airport and I got to go check in the gate or whatever. And I was kind of worried because I didn't know if I go to the international or domestic side because it's an international flight,
Yeah.
but it was Frontier and I don't think they have a counter on the international.
Atlanta's tricky with that.
Yeah,
It's-
because if you go the wrong one, you got to go to the other
you're
one.
screwed.
So
Like,
that's why I
a
was
lot of
worried if
time.
I went to the domestic and I had to wait in line. And of course, the line's long as fuck. And I'm waiting in line and there's 2 lines. And then there's like some people kind of waiting on the side. They were just waiting for their friends that were in line.
Yeah.
And so this guy walks up and just try to walk right up past the whole line. And the lady's like, sir, the line's back there. And he's like, well, it's not apparent that this is the line. And then she's like, I'm sorry. Well,
I'm
it's
telling
over
you.
there. It's right here. And he's like, but which line do I go in? And he starts like yelling and making a scene or whatever.
God.
And she's like, sir, just get in line. They're the same. She didn't say fucking, but I'm saying fucking. They're the same fucking line. Just get in line. And
You're like, I don't know.
So he did. So whatever. So he got in line. And then take the flight. Flight was fine. Get out, go through customs and immigration and everything. And then I go to get a bus ticket to come back to Playa del Carmen. So I'm in line, and this guy gets in line next to me, and he kind of looks like, do you remember the dude on Breaking Bad? He was like the assistant, like chemist, not Jesse, but the kind of older nerdy, not old, but I think his name was Glenn or something.
Yeah.
He's in some other things too.
Yeah.
He looks like him,
Oh.
but he comes up, he gets in line, and he was like, man, this bus line's really long.
Oh.
I was like, yeah. And he was like, I didn't really like the pilot on our plane because we were on the same. Oh, no, actually, sorry. Back up a little bit. I talked to him in the immigration line because he's like, what's that you got there?
Oh.
Because I had my my ID card.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's some kind of local ID. And it's
Back
like,
up,
he has like
fuckface.
no emotion when he's
Oh.
talking or anything.
Creepy.
Yeah. And he's just kind of like going
I
like
would've
this
been
with his
like,
mouth and
"No
stuff.
habla inglés,
Yeah.
sir."
And so I tell him, whatever. And then fast forward, we're in the bus line. He's like, yeah, I didn't really like our pilot. I didn't really think he knew what he was talking about.
Oh.
Like, if you're going to talk to us, you should know what you're saying first. And he's like, and the plane was shaking a little bit. I didn't really like that. And I was like, yeah,
Okay.
me neither.
Oh my god.
And then, so he gets his bus ticket, and then I get mine. I'm like, all right, man, see you later. Have a
Bye.
good one. And then, so I go out to the bus, and then he shows up on the same bus, and
That's why you're nice to people, because
yeah,
you never know when they're
exactly.
coming back
He had a
around.
6-pack of water. He got at the little convenience store. He's like,
Oh.
hey, man, you want a water?
Oh.
And I'm holding a water. And I was like, sure. I
buddy.
guess this one's a little warm. I'll just take yours then. Like I was
Yeah.
just trying to be cordial
You're
with
just like,
serial
throw it.
killer, man. And then we're in line, and there's some African-American people in line from Atlanta. And so he's like, he's like, they all dress like that, don't they? And
Oh.
she was just wearing like spandex, like full body
Yeah.
spandex kind of things or
Workout
whatever. And I
stuff.
was like, yeah, I'm just like trying to like
Yeah.
not cause any
Be
problems or
agreeable,
whatever. Yeah.
but not.
Yeah. So then this bus shows up, and he's like, I don't think that's our bus. It doesn't have the same number on it. I was
No.
like, well, let me go ask the bus driver just to make sure, So
Yeah.
I asked him, I was like, Playa del Carmen. He's like, Puerto Morelos y Playa del Carmen. And so I was like, okay. And so I waved back at him. I was like, hey, buddy, this is our bus, actually. And so he gets on. He happens to be sitting right in front of me.
Oh, okay. At least he wasn't right next to you the
and
whole time.
he's like, thanks, man. He's like, I totally would have missed this bus.
Oh.
Thanks, I appreciate you.
Oh,
I was like, okay, cool.
good. You're
So
friends
then-
with the serial
So
killer.
yeah, so we're rolling down the street or down the highway, and he goes, he's like, if this is the wrong bus, I'm blaming you.
Oh.
And I was like, oh fuck. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
this is the right bus, man. It was like because we're stopping in Puerto Morelos, where they just started doing that recently within like the last month. And he goes, I've been to Mexico 28 times. Don't tell anybody that.
28 times, like very specific.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Oh
And
my
he's
God.
telling me he's going on a fishing trip with his buddy in
Chop up
Cozumel.
bodies and
around-
throw 'em in the
yeah,
ocean.
probably he's fucking Dexter.
Probably is. Oh my god.
And then so we go through Puerto Morelos, and we stop, and he's like, I've never stopped here before. I don't think we're on the right bus.
It's
and,
new. It's
and I was like, no, Brand. I'm like, trust me, we're on the right bus or whatever. Then we get into Playa del Carmen, and we're coming down Benito Juarez, and he's like, I'm really gonna blame you if this is the wrong bus, because I don't know any of these. He's like, is this the bus station by the McDonald's? And I was like, yeah, man, it is. He was like, bro, I was like, and I talked to him before. I was like, I live here, dude. Like, I've lived here for 4 years. I know where I'm
got
going.
you.
Yeah, you're good, bro. And he's like, oh, thanks. And then, and while he's on the bus, he's in front of me, and he's talking to me, but not turning around to talk to me. So
Oh.
I'm having to like go, what? And I have my headphones
Oh
in.
my
And he keeps
God.
asking me
He's
questions. Yeah, but he's just asking me weird things, just like, hey, what do you think a good business plan down here would be?
Oh.
And I was like,
What?
I don't know, man. And then he's asking me,
Tacos?
he's like, so how's the car market? I was like, I don't know. I'm riding the bus. I don't have a car.
don't have a car.
Whatever.
And I don't think you do either.
Just completely random shit. But
Car market.
yeah, but then right before we get off the bus, he reaches his hand over backwards without even looking at me, and goes, hey, my name's Joe. If we ever see each other again. I was like,
Oh my god.
okay. And I was like, hey, Joe, nice to meet you.
Like shit. What's the serial killer show with Joe? The murder.
You.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Joe.
It's Joe.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
but
That's nice. I'm glad you're nice to people, because I would have been like, stop fucking talking to me, and then he would have
Yeah.
murdered me on the bus.
weird people, always be nice to them. Like,
Yeah.
people that are like acting a little off, or like homeless people that are like acting a little
The
crazy or
crazies.
whatever.
Yeah.
Always be overly nice, because you never know what's gonna set like some random off,
Yeah.
you know.
And you don't know what they're going
Yeah,
through.
and,
He might,
and this guy might have just, like we watched that Love on the Spectrum show. He might have just been,
yeah.
on the
seemed-
spectrum
he
and
seemed
maybe
like
a
it a little
little off or something. But
Yeah.
it was.
Why are you traveling in Mexico alone,
Hey,
bro?
he's been there 28 times.
Ugh. Well, why don't you know where you're going?
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
I go by Joe.
Why did he talk like that?
I don't know. Like there was just when he would start to say
Monotone.
something, he'd go,
Oh.
like that. He'd like start moving his lips and stuff. But it was very monotone. There was never like, hey, how you doing? It was, hey, how's it going?
Maybe he's on like coke or something. He's like, I'm really killing this, making new friends.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
killing it."
All right. Well, before we get out of it was a great trip. I really hope I get the Super Bowl. I mean, sorry, the World Cup.
Yes.
Because I will then be back for a month in
When?
between June 28th and July 15th.
Oh, that's great.
I'm sorry, June 15th and July 15th.
Okay. Oh, your birthday.
Yeah, so I'll
yeah.
maybe be there for my birthday. The last game is on my birthday.
Oh, very nice. Very interesting.
But before we get out of here, let's get a quick Airbnb horror
Okie
story.
dokie.
Broken glasses, poop in the bed, missing doorknob. You know it's time for Airbnb horror stories.
He gives me goosebumps every time. I have a stockpile of Airbnb horror stories just from this season. We are in what my boss calls festival druggy season.
Oh, shoot.
with
Okay.
with the quote unquote EDM boonch boonch music. That's
Yeah.
what my boss says.
Kind of
And let-
like my Airbnb. I mean, my Uber.
Yes, like your Uber. It's a EDM, Hansons on Hiatus podcast today. And I always tease my boss. He's like the oldest. He's our age. He's like the oldest 41-year-old I know. He's like kids with their festival music. So anyway, this one I'm calling our Airbnb horror story the Zamna Zombies.
Ooh.
Because that was the big festival this weekend, I guess, at the in Tulum. Any of those big EDM festivals you see on Instagram with the faces and robots and shit like that. It's at this Zamna where we saw Sting, right?
Yeah.
That's the same
Yeah, same location.
venue.
Yeah.
So they have all the festivals there. So we've had a lot of kids staying in our Airbnb lately. They're not kids,
Yeah.
20s, 30s, 40s. They're there to enjoy the festival with a lot of their friends. Druggies, all fucked out, whatever. That's what you do in Tulum. I don't know what else you do in
Yeah.
Tulum besides drugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the beach. So these, we have a lot of our homes. There's big groups right now. Big groups. They're coming for the festival. Some better than others. So this group, I can't even remember where they're from right now, but I don't think they're from the United States. They're either from the UK or somewhere. There was a little bit of a language barrier from the start. They were
like
speaking
French Canadian or something,
maybe
or
they
French.
were typing in English, but you can always tell like
Yeah.
English isn't your first language.
Yeah,
But I
like
appreciate.
what the Mexicans probably do with us.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's cute. You're trying to speak Spanish,
Yeah.
and like I could tell that's Google.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we get everybody checked in. They're like 1 or 2 check-ins that day, and then within 45 minutes of them checking in, and our check-in time's at 4, so they were there I think between like 4 and 5 o'clock. Within 45 minutes of them checking in, we get a noise complaint from 3 homes. At 5 in the afternoon, we're getting messages not like, hey, can you tell them? They're like, the music sounds like the event is in this home. Please
yeah.
turn it down.
Well, remember when your brother Alex used to come and visit us in Atlanta,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we would have to listen to EDM all day, every day. Like we had to hide our speaker.
We started hiding the Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah,
Like, oh, sorry.
Because it's like it's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing?
They're like, let's get it. And I get it. Like,
Yeah.
let's get it going.
Yeah.
We're on vacation. But like, we had to message them, hey guys, bring it inside the house. People are here to relax. There's some families staying here. They
Yeah.
don't want to hear your boonch, boonch, boonch all the time. So, like, oh, we're so sorry. It won't happen again. We understand. We're like, these are the overnight quiet time hours, but like you're in a quad, like a complex of homes. So it's just going to bounce out, like go inside. So, that's fine. So they said, no problem. Won't happen again. Happen again and again. And again, I think we got 4 noise complaints throughout the night before they even went to the festival. Then we get more complaints when they came back from the festival at like 8 in the morning. People are like, and our quiet hours are 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. But right at, 7:30, blasting music again. And we're like, guys, shut the windows, bring it inside, shut the fuck
Right.
up, like keep it. It's a giant house. How do people hear you outside? We're like, oh, no problem, no problem. this and that. So we kind of dealt with that, and and we're telling them, if we get one more complaint, because this is disrupting everybody, if we get one more complaint, we're going to have to cut the power to your home. And they were like, got it. No problem. We'll take the party elsewhere.
Shit, yeah.
We're like, sorry, you're like pissing, not just one house, like multiple houses.
like the whole
off.
fucking neighborhood.
You're ruining our day, because we're getting messages and we're just like, Jesus, I don't need this right now. So they're like, got it. No problem. They check out at the proper time. We thought we were going to have to kick them out. Like, you guys have been up all night. Get the fuck out of here. They check out, and our cleaning team confirms they check out. Cleaning girls go in there, and I just get a message like, you will not believe this. And I'm like, oh no, I already knew the house is going to be destroyed. And there's just a flood of pictures coming in from our girls. The sheets and the floor and the pillows and there's poop. There's, they're like, I think this is feces. There's mud. There's blood on some of on the towels. There's just, it looks like they brought sand and dirt in and just threw it on the ground. It's just everywhere, everything. They're going through every 2 minutes, I'm getting bing, bing, bing.
Oh my God.
They were grinding up weed in the blender. I mean, the whole house smelled like smoke. The first thing they said smelled like weed, which it's Tulum, we get it, but there's no smoking in the house because you could burn the house down.
Yeah.
So smoke, but we say smoke.
So smoke in the jungle.
Smoke outside, on the patio. It's
Yeah.
a stone patio. Weed, cigarettes, cigars. We don't care. Just keep it outside.
Yeah.
So they're like sending us pictures of the blender. We're like, we don't know what this is. And we're like, oh, that's Mota. Like there's weed in there. And
Yeah.
so it's like, they checked all the boxes of like, we have a non-smoking fee inside the home, $155 if you
That's
get
a
caught.
weird number, isn't it?
I know. I don't know how I didn't make it up, but that's how so there's just shit everywhere. And even before I get to say anything to the guests, they message and go, hey, we just want to thank you for the lovely time. We're so sorry again for the noise complaints. We hope we left the home to your liking, like in order, like we hope everything's okay. And we usually don't message back. I just usually message on platform, the claim, whatever. I messaged him back and was like, you have to be kidding me. There is obvious, you've smoked in the house. There's weed particles. There's cigarettes. There's dirt everywhere. There's blood, feces, and mud on all the sheets and towels.
Well, I've never pooped anywhere else besides the toilet. Why is there always shit somewhere in your Airbnb? Not yours, but like in Airbnbs.
I don't understand. And I asked the cleaning team, I said, was there no toilet paper left? Like they had to use, nope, there was extra rolls of TP. Were you tripping balls so hard that you pooped your bed?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? So we're just like, no, the house is completely destroyed.
okay.
It's going to take our team even longer to prep it for another check-in that we have at 4. And we'll be filing a claim. They were in shock. Oh, please let us know what was wrong. Did you not stay in the home and another family took over your home and trashed it? Like, I don't understand. So we haven't even filed the claim yet. This was like this past week. We still are getting pictures in order, finding things. There was like a chunk of the floor, like by the door, kind of. It looked like someone scraped a whole chunk out of the flooring.
Was
like,
it the floor cement, right?
Yeah, well, it's tile, but then by the front door is kind of like a different, like a rubbery kind of texture thing,
okay.
I guess, for water damage or something.
Right,
so it's to protect the flooring from that. So that there was like just random things, and they were still finding things. Like they're like, the house is ready, but then here's some more shit that I found, and there's towels missing. It's like they checked every single. Poop on the bed, this and that, checked it all.
On the bed?
Yeah, they heard our
broken glasses.
Yeah, actually, I don't think there were any broken glasses, but there was everything else.
Weed in the blender.
Yes, we need to update our Airbnb horror story. So I just, come on.
Yeah.
At least don't even message me and say, I hope that we left the home to your liking. Like, what are you talking? Are you on crack?
Were they just trying to test you to see if they were? I mean, do you think they were just trying to see if you did notice did they think they were getting away with it or something?
I don't know how you would. It's not like, oh, one of the towels we wiped with our dirty feet. We hope, we took it so they wouldn't know it was dirty. You left poop. And the best part of it is all of our homes have a washer and dryer. Wash the things to cover up your evidence. If there was a light stain or something, we'd be, okay, no big deal. We'll send it to the double wash, whatever. Do something like hide it or, try and make it better. They were just like, fuck it.
Gross.
Very gross. So I feel so bad. Our housekeeping team, These women are amazing.
Yeah,
and
angels.
They're angels. They do the most amazing job, and they were just laughing the whole time, like, "Oh, Mata in the blender. I didn't think about that
Yeah.
one."
Well, that's like something you do. Like you get like the little blender that grinds up coffee grind or like
Yeah,
coffee. What are they called? Coffee beans.
Yeah.
and grinds it up. A lot of people buy those and use that for their weed to like grind up the weed.
This was like a drink
Right,
margarita
that's what
blender.
I'm saying. Like that's probably the thought process they had. But if
Wash
you
it out.
yeah, I was gonna say if you did that, wouldn't you do your best to clean it out? Like, why does nobody have any personal responsibility?
We make sure every Airbnb or hotel we stay at that it looks like we weren't even there. You know, like we make the bed, we clean up after ourselves, we do this, we do that, we take all our shit, we throw away. Do a little something, in case you're like, wow, we really pissed these Airbnb owners off already with our 5 noise complaints. Maybe we should clean up a little. No, and I know you're paying for the cleaning fee, but it's not to like destroy the home, and definitely not put blood and poop on the sheets and towels, because
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to charge you for those if it doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And I think the poop ones we just throw away.
Oh, I would hope so.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
Poop on
washing
the
those.
towels.
He just took poop and put it everywhere. I hope they like this.
Just throw it everywhere. Oh my God, what a horror!
I
What a
know.
horror story.
That was the
Bunch of horrors too.
bunch of whores, a bunch of EDM whores. Hoovers.
Oh my God, great.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, what do? You buy new towels?
We're gonna buy new stuff, file a claim through Airbnb. Good thing, it's through Airbnb, so we can recoup some of our poop
Yeah.
losses.
Recoup the poops.
Recoup the poops. But
Awesome.
geez
I mean,
Louise.
not awesome, but terrible.
We knew it. We
Yeah.
knew it was coming.
Awesome for our podcast.
Yeah. But I will say all the other parties, the groups that have stayed with us for these festivals, great. No complaints, no issues, no dirty, do your thing, clean up, and then leave. That's all. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. All right. Well, let's get out of here. What do we got going on this weekend? What do you think? We have our charity bazaar at our friend Wanda's in Cozumel with charitable tourism. We got some friends coming in town. We got game night. We got a soccer match. So we have some good stories next week.
Another boring weekend.
I leave for the Super Bowl in 10 days. So I guess maybe next episode we'll start talking about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be recording while I'm there, so we're gonna pre-record a couple episodes. I think just one actually, maybe 2. But they're gonna have stories that we haven't gotten to, recently, kind of a lost tapes type of thing. So there should be some good stuff coming up. Buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on hiatus. You can buy us some virtual beers. We greatly appreciate it. Any help you'd like to help keep the podcast going if you're enjoying the stories. I have the link to your Airbnbs in Tulum.
Oh, thank you.
In the podcast description. So if you guys are interested in coming on down, don't worry. We've cleaned the poop towels.
Poop free. It'll be wonderful.
Poop free since 93. Hansonsonhiatus.com. You can become a monthly Fucky supporter. We got the merch shop up there and all the links. If you think your friends or family enjoy the podcast and you would like to share the links with them, we'd greatly appreciate it.
One-stop shop.
Like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now. Bye.